It's time for me to have yet another conversation right here on the Blockchain Mastery Podcast. My name is Titilaya Oniso. Thank you so much for joining us. And hey, this is a show that unravels the boundless possibilities of blockchain technology. My hope is that we can explore the topic on the use of blockchain in gaming and the esports industry. Yes, all of you who like to bet, placing bets and blockchain, isn't that a combination of risks that just takes your blood pressure up? Yeah, but it does exist because of the integration of blockchain tech into so many different areas. Why not have it integrated into the gaming industry? Now, the gaming industry has long grappled with issues of ownership, security, and transparency, but with blockchain, a new era is dawning. A decentralized world where players have true ownership of their in game assets, proving fair gameplay and innovative gaming experiences like never before. Now, on today's episode, we have Fejiro Ajax. Now, he is going to unveil various applications on blockchain in gaming and sports, from NFTs or non fungible tokens, revolutionizing the concept of digital ownership, to decentralized marketplaces, fostering vibrant player driven economies. Blockchain is transforming the way we play, the way we compete, the way we engage with virtual worlds. I've mentioned his name already, but just let me give you a little bit more information about Fejiro. Fejiro is someone that's been on the show before, and it's a pleasure to have him back, I have to say. But just so you know who I'm talking about, Fejiro is. Let me get this straight. I need to get that site perfectly. He is on the team from Ubet. Yes, ubet.io, ubetsports.io. He's at the forefront of this convergence. He has extensive knowledge in both gaming and blockchain spaces, and he's going to be our guide on this topic today. It's great to have you in the building, Fejiro. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you very much. Nice to have you here too.
All right, so now the world of sports betting and gaming has always been huge. To even just mention a few, the way places like Las Vegas and Atlantic City came to be was because of people wanting to feed that need to bet, right?
Yeah,
All right, and gamble. So bet and gamble. Yeah, so it is basically gambling, and of course, it does come with its
yes.
own issues, but it is still something that, because of the importance of sport all around the world, is a very important investment for so many different people. But you need to talk to us about how blockchain became integrated in the first place. How do we even start to understand how sports betting functions on the blockchain?
All right, thank you very much. Now, first of all, let's start with traditional sports betting. So, if you look at traditional sports betting, they have the house. So, let's use a popular sports betting company like, let's say, Bet365. The company itself is the house. So that means when you go to their platform to bet, you are betting against them. So they have all the stakes. You understand? So if you place, let's say you place a $10 bet, that $10 is with them. The winnings, everything is just with them. So they can choose to do whatsoever they want to do with it. And in this kind of scenarios, that means they don't really like give you the freedom that you deserve. Now, the same thing too with other centralized gaming platform in the world. Any kind of games you want to play, they control everything. You don't even know what is happening under the hood. They control everything. Now, what blockchain does is that blockchain actually makes it easy for transparency. It makes transparency easy. That means everybody will see everything happening. The blockchain technology is kind of like open source. Everybody have access to it. Nobody is not hidden from anybody. There is no centralized authority that make the rules or call the shots. So when you look at these two variables, people will rather go for something that will give them more freedom. So Now that blockchain technology will give you the ability to hold your assets, to control it. So everything is with you. You can pull out at any time. You can make inputs at any time. There is no restriction, and also there is a very very big issue when it comes to data. When it comes to centralized platforms, your data is with them. KYC, they will have your passport, they will have this, they will have that. But with blockchain technology, they just need your crypto address, your address, and it makes it easy. But blockchain technology is not just limited to just maybe crypto address or whatsoever. There are other aspects of blockchain technology that are very, very important. Like I just said, in the issue of a transparency, when it comes to NFTs and all of that, you can actually use blockchain to protect them, and it will be in the public domain. And everybody will see that, oh, this particular person is the rightful owner of this. So any transaction, anything that happens on the blockchain definitely is transparent. So this alone has actually made the gaming industry to like people to like have trust in the gaming industry. So when they look at the blockchain technology combining with gaming and betting, they know that, oh, there is hope that we are actually very very close to an era where everybody can see what's happening on the blockchain, and they're like, oh, this is what is happening. It is fair. It's like it's open for all to see. There is nothing that is hidden,
Mm,
and at the same time, it will still protect your data.
mm.
You get. So that is just a brief description of what blockchain will do. That freedom, transparency, and security, that alone is actually an edge over other centralized platforms.
Okay, so now touching on the issue of sports betting and gaming, esports, it's grown over the past few years into a huge industry, even bigger than any ever before. I'm wondering about the growth of this decentralized version. Is the growth anticipated to be in the same, in the same growth pattern? Do you anticipate it's going to grow even bigger, or maybe people will still be a little bit skeptical about it? What do you think?
Well, for every technology that we've had in the world, at first people get skeptical about it. They like, okay, this thing is new. I'm not familiar with it. And when crypto came in and the charade that came with it and everything, people were like, crypto is here. People that became crypto millionaires and all of that. When everything started going south, and we had the fall, the Bitcoin crash, and all of those things, people became scared. You understand? But at that particular point in time, they never knew that we can actually use blockchain technology for other things other than just trading crypto and all of that. So they just think Web3 is just all about crypto make money, crypto trade make money. So definitely we are going to have little roadblock. However, people are beginning to see the signs that yes, you can actually make use of Web3 blockchain for other uses. Although the growth is slow, I must admit the growth is really, really slow. The complexities are there. People are still trying to get a hold of it. But in as much everybody, every tech, every project in the Web3 space, in as much they keep pushing on it, if you go online, you see a lot of Web3 projects springing up. I believe a time will come, people will really, really come to terms with the fact that blockchain is here to stay, Web3 is here to stay, and nothing can change it. And when they realize how much freedom they will get, or how much freedom that will be made available to them when they have access to the blockchain, or when they have access to Web3, I believe they will even embrace it even further. So I think a time will come when they will have to embrace it. So whatsoever obstacle that is there that the Web3 space is facing,
Hmm.
it just a little bit of time and everything will fall into place.
Hopefully,
I'm very optimistic about that.
hopefully so. And I think this is a great
Yeah.
for us to even pop in and see what the site looks like now. Now this is the Ubet site. This is ubetsports.io. Am I right?
Yes.
So take us through how, if for instance I was supposed to get started, how would I do that? What would I do? What would I need to do?
Well, if you check our navigation bar, if you check our navigation bar at the top,
Yeah.
you see that we have our platform. You see, we have our platform. We also have you know our about and all of every other thing. The site is very very easy to use. You check the navigation bar, any section that you want to go to, you can go to that section, and
Mm,
everything have been put into details for newbies. So whenever they are on the platform, on the website, they can be able to find their way around.
mm,
And also we even have some tutorial on the platform on how they can get started with MetaMask, how they
mm,
can get started with um, our testnet, installing your testnet token like the Polygon mainnet and the Mumbai testnet and all of those things. So we have it on the site. All of these things have been put in place to make it easy for users that are not familiar with blockchain, Web3, crypto, so that it's very, very easy for them to use.
mm,
Everybody has the first time, but I believe that if they are patient enough, they can be able to get a hold of what it what it feels like to actually do betting and gaming on Web3. So on our community as well, we are on Discord and Telegram. We also assist people. People come on our Discord, on our Telegram channel. They ask questions, and we give them feedback and all of that, and explain to them on how they can make this thing. They can actually go about the whole process and all that.
mm. So I have to ask, you mentioned earlier that so the difference between using a betting site that is based on the blockchain and one that's, like the others, let's just say the others, is because you still have control over your assets. So for instance, the same way for instance, a forex trading broker would basically trade with assets in your wallet. Is this the same? Does this function the same way? Does it does it hold your assets for you and automatically send your earnings or your winnings to you, or do you still have to make a withdrawal?
All right. First of all, let me explain that. We actually have what is called a smart contract.
Okay.
Now, if let's say if you place a bet on esport, for instance, like let's say an esports like CS:GO, and
Mm,
you bet on a team. At that particular time, when you place your bet will be held in a smart contract. So let's say a smart contract is like an escrow account. Like Binance makes use of an escrow account when you want to sell your crypto asset using P2P. But in this
yeah.
case, we actually have a smart contract. So it is the smart contract that we hold those assets. Like you said, contract. Okay. So if I have a contract with you, they'll make it very legal and binding. We know that we put everything in writing, stamped by a law firm or something. But in this
Mm,
case, the smart contract on the blockchain will be the one holding it. So whatsoever instruction that we have
mm,
agreed on, I mean, whatsoever discussion, whatsoever agreement we have, the
mm.
smart contract at the end of that agreement, the smart contract will execute. So if we say, okay, team A is playing against team B, or in terms of CS:GO, let's say team A is fighting with team B or dueling with team B.
Mhm.
At that
Yeah.
particular time, if you bet on team A to win, if you bet on team A to win, that means we have all agreed that team A is going to win, right? And is on
Okay.
the smart contract. So the smart contract has already been instructed that if team A wins, this guy owns the money. But if
Okay.
team A doesn't win, then the money goes the other side. So that is on the smart contract. Now, when you go to the blockchain, for instance, the Polygon blockchain, which is very, very popular, that
Mm.
transaction will be seen by everybody.
Right there.
Yeah, the time it was executed, everything will be shown on the Polygon blockchain. You understand? So it is the smart contract that actually makes this thing. So the smart contract, that's like if you look at other people transacting crypto, they don't really have problem with
Mm.
withdrawing their money or making deposit.
Sure.
So we have network confirmation, we have smart contracts. So all of these things will make execution very, very easy without any form of hassle or itches.
Okay. Now I can see that there is Uh, I think the test net is still on, or has it gone mainnet?
The test net, our test net is, we just finished the betting tournament for our test net, so we actually want to go into mainnet.
Okay,
You
fantastic.
understand? Yeah, we actually want to go into mainnet. So, which is, in fact, what we are actually going into is our MVP, our minimum viable product, our MVP. As you can see, we want to have a tournament in which people can come and participate in. We are giving away $2,000 in prizes. So the prize pool is actually in USDC.
Mm,
It's actually in USDC. It's a stable coin. It's not like, it's not a volatile
that's,
crypto asset.
mm,
Yes, it's a stable coin because it's pegged to the US dollar 1 to 1.
mm.
So when people come to our website and they register, they will be on the wait list. So the moment we go live on our MVP, they can participate in the tournament.
All right.
So yeah.
So you said that there were tutorials. I can see the tutorials here on gitbook.io, and
Yes, yes.
instructions and everything is here. I can see all that. Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
giving me the information here. Now, I still have quite a few more questions. Now, I have to talk a little bit about the actual gaming aspect. Does
Mhm.
So we've talked a little bit about how blockchain has made it easier for you to get your assets back, which is something everybody is always interested in. But the thing is, does blockchain get more involved in the actual games? I'm talking about fantasy football or even online gaming in other areas as well. Or is it
Well,
just
well, the issue is, like we talked about DApp, right? DApp is actually decentralized app.
mm,
Now that we have DApp, it's when you build the front end. Let me speak from a developer's point of view. When you build the front end and you do whatsoever you want to do on that particular DApp, now the transactions, the assets, everything will be stored on the blockchain. So no matter who builds that platform, like you bet sports now, we don't hold your money. You understand? So if you are placing a bet on a game, the only money we have, in fact, we don't even have that money. That money is in the smart contract. But every other thing is in your wallet. You get? Every other thing is in your wallet. We do not even have access to the money in your wallet. We don't have access to the money in the smart contract. We are totally free from that. Now, in the decentralized gaming industry, we have things like skins, right? Let's say, let's assume that we have Call of Duty on blockchain, for instance. I know in Call of Duty, we used to buy skins, we used to buy guns, we used to buy all those assets on Call of Duty. Now, all of these are on the blockchain. That means whatsoever happens to the platform does not even affect you. So if I have, let's say if I have 10 USDC on my MetaMask, for instance, and I take one USDC and I bet on a game on the Ubet platform, that money is not even held by Ubet. Ubet does not even have access to that money. As opposed to centralized platforms. Centralized platforms, they have access to that money. They have access to everything. But in the case of Ubet's platform, we do not have access to that. That is in the smart contract. So when you place a bet, I can easily go to Polygon scan and I can see your transaction. For anybody in the world that have access to your public address, it's public address, so it's meant for the public. Anybody that have access to the public address can see that there is a transaction happening here.
mm,
The same thing with NFTs. If you do any form of transaction that involves NFTs and all of that, everybody will see that is on the public domain, right? Everybody will see that, oh, is in the Ethereum network. For instance, NFT in the Ethereum network. So everybody knows that, okay, it is there. So
mm.
the gameplay itself, the other factors is maybe based on real world events. But the most important thing here is trust and transparency with security. You understand? Which is a very, very big factor. So, like I said, if you place a game, the money that you wager on that game is on a smart contract.
Mm.
Once the conditions are met, once the conditions are met and you win the game, then immediately that money comes back to you.
Mm. Of course, of course. I
So
understand.
the centralized system is totally different from this one. So that blockchain is actually like the platform that makes everything to be solid. So it will not make it difficult for people to say, "Oh, I've been robbed," or "I did not see where it goes to." And at the same time, it's actually keeps it actually keeps your privacy and all of that.
All right. So I was actually going to touch on that privacy of your data. So if the average Sporty Bet Niger, Bet King, you have to put all your details, right?
Yes, there is a strict KYC. There is a very, very strict KYC, and
Okay.
and again, we've seen issues. As a matter of fact, we are going to publish a blog very soon,
Okay.
and we actually talked about topics like that because we've seen issues, especially on social media, especially on Twitter, where bettors and punters, where they win really big and they refuse to fund, they refuse to get paid for their own winnings. There is one that happened. I don't want to mention the name of the traditional bookie. This guy actually won the game, and they removed one of the games
Wow.
to make it look like he never bet the game. But the guy actually came up with evidence, a lot of hard evidence that, oh, this is what I actually did. And you guys just came out of the blue and say, oh, I did not win this money. Everybody saw me. I played this game. I shared this game for everybody, to see and all of that. So these
Wow.
issues, had these issues time and time again, and they can kick you out anytime. They don't care. They can kick you out anytime. They can do anything they want to do. And these days people don't read terms and conditions. So when you start contesting, start saying that, hey, why did you kick me out? They will point you to that same terms and condition that you refuse to read because you think it's too lengthy. And you
Mm.
now see that, oh, these people even have this power to do this. So the bookies, I need to say this, the traditional bookies, the centralized bookies, or the centralized gaming platforms, they were designed to always win.
Mm. Mm.
They were designed to always win. So for the decentralized platform, we have people that are acting as the house. We also have people that are acting as the bettors and the punters. You understand? So anybody, any which way, everybody is winning.
All
So
right.
any which way, everybody is winning. If you want to be as the house, you win. If you want to be as the bettor, you win. So it depends on your financial strength and your level of commitment and personal factors.
I actually have to appreciate your team at UBET for the interface. The interface looks so easy to
Yeah,
use,
yeah.
very colorful, modern, and I have to appreciate the training here. I think this page is all about explaining how to get started, installing, connecting, and of course actually
Yeah.
placing bets and reading your odds, etc., etc., on ubetsports.io. I have quite a few more questions, but time of as always is always fast spent. Um, we've sort of covered the issue of fairness. We've sort of covered the issue of the fact that you have more control when you use platforms that are based on the blockchain. Um, Now, what is the potential environmental implication of embracing blockchain-based gaming? Let's talk energy consumption now. Talk to me.
Well, these issue have always been a topic of discussion, especially for climate change activists. I remember there was a time Elon Musk actually approved that Bitcoin can be used to buy Tesla. That period, the price of Bitcoin went up, it skyrocketed and all that. But after lot of debate and pondering from climate activists and all of that, like, okay, Tesla is a car that is designed to save our environment. Is a clean car. Is meant to is a car that runs on clean energy. So, and the reason why he had to stop accepting Bitcoin is because for Bitcoin, For a transaction to happen on Bitcoin, we have blockchain confirmation, chain confirmations, and all of that. And for these confirmations to happen, we have big computers and big machines that consume a lot of energy on the Bitcoin network, especially people that mine Bitcoin. If you go to some countries in the Nordic countries, like maybe Iceland and some other places that are very, very cold, because those machines, they really need a region that is very, very cold due to the heat or radiation or whatsoever they emit, that is too much. And again, when they are in those countries that are really, really cold, those are temperate countries, it helps the machines to run very well. Then, if you look at it from that angle, it consumes a lot of energy, and it does not, indeed, it does not really, really help the environment in any way. However, when Polygon came out, Polygon actually made it easy for everybody to use. So you don't really need to consume much energy like Bitcoin, like the Bitcoin network. The Bitcoin network, of course, obviously consume a lot of energy. Bitcoin is like the most valuable cryptocurrency in the world. But in terms of Polygon, which their cryptocurrency is actually a Matic. Matic is what they use for their gas fees. They don't really consume much energy like that. It's very, very easy to use. And again, the miners, the people that mine that mine a Matic on the platform, they don't really use much energy. If you know how to go about it, you can do it from your computer and all of that.
So I
So
need to touch on something now. In order
yeah.
to use your platform, your gaming platform, do I need to
Mm.
have Matic on in my MetaMask before I can engage and buy USDC that will, or rather use USDC on your platform? Do I need Matic in my wallet?
Um, you actually need Matic for the gas fees, and the gas fees are incredibly low, like very, very low. The thing
Okay.
is, Polygon's crypto itself, every network, every blockchain network has their own crypto that they use for gas fees.
Mm.
You understand? So um, if um, if you are on the Polygon network, Matic is actually their gas fees, and yes, you actually need Matic on your wallet. However, for all the tournaments we have been doing, we have been giving away Matic for free.
Okay.
0.2 Matic is enough for you to carry out plenty of transactions, because
Okay.
Matic is the Polygon has very, very low transaction fees. As a matter of fact, the reason why we use Polygon as a network, as a blockchain network of choice, is because the gas fees are so low that they are so insignificant, very,
Mm.
very low. Ehen.
Okay.
So that is why we actually use Matic. So we are going to give out Matic to all. Now that we are hosting a betting tournament coming up very soon on our MVP, we are still going to give out free Matic to all users, so they don't have to worry about gas fees.
Okay, all right. I've been thinking about the Matic issue because I know that you, for instance, an exchange like Binance, for instance, you can't directly exchange Matic for USDC any longer. I don't know if it was something that they used to have and then they stopped, but I can confirm that you can exchange it with USDT, BUSD, BNB, Ethereum, even GBP, but you can't exchange it directly, which is what you guys have used as your major currency. You want to touch on?
Yeah, yeah, yes. On the Binance app, you can actually convert USDT to USDC. So you can still hold
Okay.
USDC on the Binance app, but you
Okay.
cannot trade. So Binance does not trade USDC. So
Okay.
we actually released a tutorial video, I think
Okay.
today or thereabout. I think today or yesterday, we released a tutorial video instructing people how they can convert from USDT to USDC.
Okay.
So let's say if you want to use USDC, and if you go to P2P on Binance, if you use your fiat currency to buy USDT, then you can convert. There is a section there under the trading section. There is a convert section. You can convert from USDT to USDC. When you convert from USDT to USDC, then you can send your USDC to your MetaMask or your Trust Wallet address. And it's very, very easy because the conversion does not take any money. It's totally free of charge. Very, very easy. Then you can make the transfer. So in as much you want to convert, let's say for instance, okay, you need Matic, maybe going forward later in future, you need Matic for your gas fees. You can easily convert from USDT to Matic, then send to your MetaMask and your Trust wallet. So it's very, very easy to do, and it does not really take time.
All right. Thank you for clarifying on that, because those are the sort of hiccups that sometimes discourage people. Once they feel like something is getting too complicated, they just seem to.
Yeah.
Average person just wants something quick and easy. But I have to say, well done to you and your team for such a great interface. I've really, really enjoyed going through it one more time. But let's see, just final question. Where do you see the adoption of this technology in gaming contributing to our economic empowerment in Africa or even all over the world? Talk to us.
Well, first of all, I think the government, especially the ones we have in Africa, they are actually ripping off a lot of people. The citizens are really, really not happy because when you look at the economy from a financial point of view, any little transaction you make, you get lots of fees. Any little transaction you make, you get lots of fees, and it's really, really telling on the economy. And with a lot of young people growing up, like Africa has one of the youngest population in the world. We actually see that the integration of this technology in the African society will help us because it will give more freedom to people. You understand? It will give more freedom to people. It will give, there will be fairness. We have a lot of issues with financial institutions today. You want to get something and they will tell you your bank card has declined. They will tell you that you don't have this, you don't have that, the KYC. Like the process is too much. But if we can integrate blockchain into our economy in Africa, fully into our economy in Africa, it will give more freedom to people and it will create more jobs. Let me give an example. Let's take a look at Binance. If you have very little resources, you can go on Binance and be selling your crypto assets. You can buy with your fiat currency and sell to other people and make some gains from yourself. That is a form of employment. That is a form of business opportunity. You understand? We have a lot of all these crypto um, outlets out there which have actually created numerous jobs from the developer to whosoever is financing it to everybody using it, and it makes things very, very easy. And again, the fact that it's on the blockchain, it will be fair for everybody to see. You don't have to say, oh, I will have to go and meet the customer care on this, or I will have to disturb this person for this. So it's going to impact Africa in a very, very great way. And again, the fact that it's more secure. You can't just go and hack a whole crypto enterprise, or let's say a blockchain. You can't hack it. How do you want to start? You understand? You can't hack it. So the fact that there is a smart contract, everybody is seeing what is there, then it's very, very fair enough to protect our assets. And this will in turn empower everybody. Because I believe if majority of the population of Africa, if they are very, very aware of how powerful the blockchain is, things will be very, very easy for us. From the low transaction fees we have from like the Polygon blockchain and all of that, all of these things will make it very, very easy for us to actually advance economically on this continent. I think that's that.
Thank you so much. Now I
Yes,
have
sir.
to say that as we always say right here on the Blockchain Mastery podcast, it is a DYOR situation. Do your own research. Go and study, get as much information as you can before you embark on any particular journey. Even when it comes to sports betting, I feel like people do a lot more research on the players,
Yeah, yeah, you need that research.
you know. And that is such a it's so amazing the sort of research they do before placing a bet for it.
Yeah,
um
yeah, yeah.
but you need to do your own research and understand a lot more about the blockchain before you write it off, and of course, before you embark on your journey with blockchain and cryptocurrencies. I have to say a big thank you to you for joining us again, Fejiro.
Thank you, man. Welcome, man.
We will definitely be talking to you sometime soon once again. Please don't be a stranger.
Yeah.
All right. And
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm connecting you on LinkedIn, connecting with you on LinkedIn as well. Same name, yes?
Yeah,
Fejiro.
my name is yeah, you see my whole name, my native name, or it's kind of like people actually have difficulty pronouncing my name. So, but I think if you type Fejiro Ajax on LinkedIn, I should show up.
Okay. All right. I'm checking it out now.
Uh,
But then again, I do
oh,
know that Ephraim. Yes, Ephraim.
yeah, you can see there is a picture I used the last time, right?
Ephraim. Yes.
Yes, so that
I
is
have.
me on LinkedIn.
All right. So I'm connecting with you now. Fejiro. Yeah. Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Got you. All right, then, following you too. So, if anyone has any questions or would like any more information, of course, they will be connecting with you very
All right,
soon.
no
You can.
problem.
All right, then, Fejiro. Thank you
Yeah,
so much for
yeah,
joining.
you're welcome.
Take care.
Yeah.
All right, then. Now that was Fejiro Ajax there, ubetsports.io, crypto enthusiast and friend of the house there. And you have been listening and watching the Blockchain Mastery podcast. It's been fun. Now, if you would like to be on the show, have any contributions or comments for us, you can, of course, send us an email. That's dynamitepodcastnetwork@gmail.com. Dynamitepodcastnetwork@gmail.com. And as soon as you do, we will get back to you. We'll be getting back to you as soon as we can. Now, as always, there are so many things we like to talk about right here on a Blockchain Mastery podcast, and we even have news for you. And the news updates are very, very important updates for you and for your knowledge of the world of blockchain. Now, um, well, as much as we like to be as what's the term as well, as much as we like to use layman's language as much as we can, there are so many different terms and terminologies that still throw some people off. And one has been NFT, but there is some news in the NFT area. Now, former Coinbase executive joins Magic Eden as head of product. Now, Magic Eden is the largest NFT marketplace on the Solana blockchain, and they announced the appointment of Linus Chung, a former executive at Coinbase, as its head of product. According to PR Newswire report on July 20th, Chung brings nearly 2 decades of experience in technology and Web3 to this role. He's going to be leading product development, enhance user experience, drive growth, and develop long-term strategy. Now, before joining Magic Eden, Chung served as vice president of product at Origin Protocol and was previously director of product at Coinbase. And he says he strongly believes in a future where digital ownership enabled by NFT technology will become ubiquitous. And they are still in the early innings of NFT development, so he is very optimistic. He also expressed his excitement about joining Magic Eden and his eagerness to partner with the Web3 community to accelerate NFT adoption. Even though, some people have been on the fence about NFTs, he sounds extremely optimistic that through innovation and exceptional product experiences, he might be able to even scale the product and businesses quickly, as quickly as possible. Now, he's demonstrated during his tenure at Coinbase that he has a history of scaling products and businesses, and he's held quite a few leadership roles there as well. All right, so Jack Liu, the CEO and co-founder of Magic Eden, welcomed Chung's addition to the team, and he also says it's a special time when they have a lot of projects cooking across their core user experience. Now, I would love to see what's up with Magic Eden. It's been a while since I've visited that platform myself. I think one of my daughters has some images I would like to create NFTs out of. And I think I might be visiting that site sometime soon. But Magic Eden has recently achieved significant milestones, becoming one of the leading ordinals marketplaces, trading over $300 million since its launch. And it also has open sourced its Solana marketplace contract and released the most intuitive aggregator on the chain and achieved about 40% in secondary market share for Polygon. So, Magic Eden is aiming to build a user friendly platform for minting and collecting NFTs, bringing dynamic cultural moments onto the blockchain, and of course, empowering users across thousands of digital communities to create, discover, and collect unique NFTs. All right, then. So that's how we're going to wrap it up on today's edition of the Blockchain Mastery Podcast. My name, once again, is Titilayo Oniso. There is a new podcast coming your way very, very soon, and it's called Women's Wealth. And it's brought to you by CM Trading. Now, whether you're an aspiring investor, seasoned professional, or simply just curious about building financial independence, this is a podcast for you. You need to make sure you tune in because we're going to dive into insightful conversations with successful women who have paved the way for financial prosperity. We're going to be exploring investment strategies, personal finance tips, and stories of triumph against all odds. I can't wait for you to tune in. There's going to be expert advice on navigating financial markets, making informed decisions, and so much more. Make sure you don't miss out on this really great podcast. It's right there on YouTube right now. The first episode is out, so in case you missed it, just go check it out. It's on YouTube. Women's Wealth on TV at gmail.com is the website. That's Women's Wealth on TV. That's the page you should be looking for right there on YouTube. And once again, it is brought to you by CM Trading, a trusted partner in financial growth. My name, once again, is Titila Oyinso, inviting you to subscribe to this channel, this platform, and continue to look out for amazing updates right here on the Dynamite Podcast Network. Until I come your way next time, thank you so much for listening, and thanks for watching.